I kind of like MrBeast. Okay, not like that. Definitely not the way that Chris will. And I'm not doing this to suck his ass to hopefully, you know, like lay groundwork so one day he'll notice me and put me on. No, absolutely not. Okay, I'm congruent in my beliefs. And when I see a topic, and I've made mention of this before, I wasn't too sure if I was going to approach this, but in the back of my mind, I was kind of thinking along the exact same lines that SunnyV2 did. And yesterday, he just dropped a spicy-ass video. And if you're unfamiliar with the likes of SunnyV2, I think it's Patrick CC, there's a couple of other drama creators that are out there. They do highly edited, somewhat well-researched YouTube drama crap, okay? Why channels died? Why is it that nobody watches Ninja anymore? I don't even know, man. It's just like those internet mysteries that are just lost to time, trying to pinpoint to the exact point in time where there was a moment of inflection for a channel. And given the fact that MrBeast has, at least for, coming up on a year at this point in time, is the top dog. He surpassed PewDiePie. Like, T-Series is out there, but that's just kind of like a brand, and it's India, and they got like 1 billion people to pull from, so don't really worry about, you know, them doing anything. And you take a look at the views that are on there. Some videos will have 1 million views, others will have 60,000. So when it comes to actual high quality content befitting a 100 million subscriber channel, yo, it's MrBeast right now. Like, PewDiePie still puts out stuff, but he's an expecting father. And when he was faced with a moment of inflection, the bridge incident, if you know, you know, and if you don't, he said the N-word when he was getting shot at on screen. Oh my God. But he's been based for a very, very, very long time. But MrBeast, well, he kind of pals around with everybody on the internet. He kind of seems to be, you know, at least cordial with most people online. Like, nobody really has anything bad to say about him. But of course, there's an old saying that's out there. You don't have to worry about the enemies that are outside your walls. It's the ones that are inside the castle that will lead to your destruction. And that's what Sunny's pointing out right here. Why Chris will soon be a nightmare for MrBeast. And now you're starting to see. Now you're starting to see the uneasy alliances form with this. I have no idea who this anime avatar is here, but yes, this new SunnyV2 video feels like really invasive for all the wrong reasons. Like, why did you make this? Are you unfamiliar with the content? He dug through what Boogie 2988's past, you know, went through all of his receipts. Did he do something on Sneeko? Probably. Wings of Redemption? All of those drama streamers, you know, to dig through everybody's CD past. It's just, this one hits on a creator that you may or may not like, or it's an issue that you may or may not champion. Because we can see the bio just over here. I'm not too sure. Follow my Twitter. Wait, you know, okay. Sub to your YouTube. Okay, anime profile picture. Bruh, come on. This is somebody who's picking a trans fight, and it's not even close. Okay. Like, why do you do this? You're delving into a man's marriage and shit. Well, if you put it out there on blast like that, it's totally, it's fair game. And I think, like, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I've watched a couple of MrBeast videos. I think that they're incredibly well done, and what he's doing out there is very aspirational. Like, all the good that he's doing and all the money that he's putting out into places, putting money directly, he's doing philanthropy the right way, not just, you know, donating to a charity in order to just have that momentary rush of dopamine. Like, I've been a good person today. He's doing the work. He's setting up foundations. He's doing actual good work. Not like a bunch of Twitter activists, shout out Eliza Blue, likes to say, I do good work. MrBeast does good work. And your number 2 comes out as trans, and most of your content has been very, very, very uncontroversial. And also couple that with, now you're starting to get talked about, especially when it came to that blindness video where you cured over 1,000 people of their easily curable vision problems. You started to get batted around in those leftist Twitch spheres. You had to see this point in time coming, where he's facing the fork in the road. Which way do you want to go? And given the fact that you've been a very vociferous defender of your friend, especially with this response right here, yeah, this is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare. He's my fucking friend. I always spelled fucking with an I. Oh well, because normally it would just be an abbreviation for F-U-C-K-I-N-G, but to each their own. He's probably coming close to $1 billion. Who knows if he's going to get there, though, because, yeah, well, Chris will soon be a nightmare for MrBeast. Yeah, because you're seeing what's happening with Bud Light right now, and, well, we're just merely at the tip of this stuff. And you're going to have a line to tread now going forward. You didn't choose this, but it's a very real situation now. And things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off. Yeah, and this is where, unfortunately, you see the turn, and you don't like to see it because this kind of isn't a good guy, to be completely honest. And, well, I'm never, ever, ever somebody to simp for a marriage, or somebody to say, oh, you just need to wife up these hoes. If you're going to blow up a marriage just to scratch an itch that was just stated from being terminally online, yeah, I don't really know about that, especially when you have a child involved. You know, maybe that's my goody two shoes coming out on this one. Whenever a kid's involved and you do some fuck shit, yeah, that's where I kind of draw the line, and that's why this video went from being a potentiality to a reality, because, well, you're watching it right now. YouTuber Chris Tyson, pictured with his wife and baby below, has come out as transgender after undergoing hormone replacement therapy to become a trans woman. The popular YouTuber, known for being the sidekick of MrBeast, has been using hormones for the last 2 months and has endorsed the use of gender-affirming care to treat gender dysphoria. The hurdles is that gender non-conforming? I kind of died inside that I intrinsically knew what that acronym stood for. Oh, I need to go outside and touch grass. Have to jump through to get life-saving, gender-affirming healthcare is wild to me. Yeah, I don't really know about that, my guy. But yeah, you go from this to somebody that really looks like their life was saved by pumping estrogen into their body. Yeah, I don't really know about that, Chief. But wait, there's more. YouTube star MrBeast's sidekick, Chris Tyson, reveals, yes, started life-saving hormone replacement therapy 2 months ago. Fantastic, and has already showed his appearance has already started to change. I wouldn't say for the better, but it's definitely changed, and like that could also just be a selective picture or something like that. But yo, Beast right there, I forget, I don't know his name. Is it Steve? Oh, Jimmy. It's Jimmy. Jimmy Donaldson. Oh, you got half of that right. But Jimmy, he kind of looks plasticine and he doesn't want to be there. And it's like, yeah, I know this is kind of a side joke. Can you guys just snap your picture so we can get to the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards? Great. Know whose kid didn't have a say in this fucked up situation? Chris's kid, or Christina's. I don't know what we're doing. Tyson, 26, says he uses any pronouns. It doesn't matter. Hey, he's not discriminating. He doesn't know what he is, but he also doesn't know what you need to call him. Revealed how his physical appearance has already started to change after 2 months of treatment. That's interesting because apparently Dylan Mulvaney's been undergoing a transformation of 365 days, and outside of the facial reconstruction surgery, haven't really seen any change there at all whatsoever. Interesting. Very interesting. The star, who has appeared in scores of videos alongside YouTube's biggest star, tweeted, "Informed consent, HRT saved my and many other lives." Are you sure about that? Are you actually sure about that? Or are you just repeating a line that you heard at a gender-affirming clinic, i.e. a butcher shop? The hurdles gender non-conforming people have to jump through to get life-saving, gender-affirming healthcare in a first-world country is wild to me. The fact that those resources are accessible to children is, fuck it, goddamn degenerate. Once you're over the age of 18, hey man, go do what you want as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. And again, that's where my line comes in, because you got a kid and you're doing this stuff. Come on now. You blew up a family for the what reason? Man. Tyson, yeah, who revealed he had struggled with gender dysphoria for years. Interesting. Said he decided to start HRT 2 months ago, and that becoming apparent to his son helped his decision to start the treatment. MrBeast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, has 144 million subscribers on YouTube, showed his support for his co-star by replying "got you" to one of Tyson's tweets. I think they got the tweets that are down here, but yeah, that's somebody who has had gender dysphoria for a long time. Well, you can kind of see the soft eyes, but outside of that, yeah, I don't really know, man. Don't really know. And yeah. Oh, but he is, yeah, kind of a weeb, so that sort of makes sense. But there's your wife that you left. I don't know, maybe she's terrible, but she's kind of cute. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. People assigned male, oh my god, I want to die whenever I read that, are typically prescribed estrogen as it blocks testosterone to allow people to better align with their gender identity. Yeah, because we've never seen that go wrong. Anyways, Tyson has a 2-year-old son called Tucker with Katie Tyson, who he married in June of 2018. It is not clear what their relationship status is. Oh, you say that it's a rumor, but it's, been corroborated, but hey man, whatever. Rumors have circulated on social media that they have separated, but this has not been addressed by Tucker or Katie. Tyson, who has come out as bisexual in November of 2020. Hey, interesting, you're all cooped up for all that time, because I think they film in California, so, you know, shit was bad and you just decided, maybe I want to suck a little cock. Interesting, because there's no such thing as, and I think this is kind of proof positive of that concept, there's no such thing as a bisexual man. You're gay. Just say it. Credited Tucker with helping him through his treatment. You leave a kid out of this, you freak. The YouTuber tweeted, I didn't have this a little nugget. I'd never have gotten this far. Taught me so much about myself in a short time. I can't wait to learn through a life together. You're leaning on your 2-year-old toddler in order to teach you about life. I feel really bad for this kid. This kid is fucked before he even knows it. Number of people who are transgender and who undergo surgeries and hormone therapies to transition has increased sharply in recent years, particularly in the United States. Still remains at 0.38% of the population, but yeah, no, it continues to be much more prevalent situation with stupid millennials and stupid Gen Zers. Tyson revealed he had started going through HRT on Twitter. Yeah, HRT has been going on for 2 months. Tyson wrote in response, adding that he had been learning about gender dysmorphia for 21 years. How old is this fucking creep? 26? Yeah, 26. Interesting. After discovering his sister, I like to wear women's dresses in her closet. He added, the amount of body positivity I've gotten in the past 2 months is insane. Yeah, I can corroborate that. It's definitely insane. Yo, that kid has no chance. What the fuck, man? Yeah, it's never too late to start being yourself, but I've been researching this stuff for 21 years. Interesting. Yo, look at this propaganda, because, okay, what's MrBeast's target audience? If I was to take a look at his analytics, chances are it's going to be an overwhelming, well, maybe if you're that size, but I would imagine everything under the age of 18. Probably about the highest you would go is the 18 to 24 bracket as well, and then it's just kind of a precipitous drop off after that. But now that they see, you know, Chris, whatever the fuck afterwards, okay, after this shit goes on, and then, okay, in order to try to figure out what the fuck is going on, you get linked out to articles such as this when they indoctrinate you later on by saying that transitioning has many measurable benefits. Like what? Becoming a lifelong customer of Big Pharma with a 5-digit price tag every month? Sure. Alleviating, including alleviating gender dysphoria for 80% of the people who undergo the changes. 80, wouldn't you think that that would cure 100%? Like, isn't that what you're aiming for? Oh, okay. It's almost like this is a mental health problem. Just saying. Who undergo the changes, improving their sex lives. How exactly? And overall quality of life. How do you measure that? Well, I feel better after the stitches heal. The fuck? By introducing higher levels of sex hormones is not without risk. Yeah, of course, high levels of cancer, other diseases, oh yes, and that nasty 42% that's just hanging from the rafters, including raising the risk of heart attacks, strokes, blood clots, researchers say. Experts from Mercy Catholic Medical Center in Darby, Pennsylvania found in February that trans patients who took drugs are up to 7 times more likely to suffer an ischemic stroke compared to trans patients. But what if you're all jabbed up on top of that? I'm just wondering, just saying, because normally people of that proclivity have a higher rate of flaunting whatever big pharma company that they've signed up for. 1, 2, a couple of different boosters as well. Just asking questions, because we already know the side effects associated with that. If you want to know more about that, go over to my Rumble channel. It is a pretty thorough breakdown of a bunch of different stuff like that. I was super nervous to be out in public about this because I've always been so private when it comes to this. You've been in hundreds of MrBeast videos. I've been very private. Okay, but seeing conversations started because of me is amazing. Unless, of course, they're negative. There can only be praise in these types of situations because Whoo, buddy, this is, and I'm pretty sure it is correct. It is correct that Chris will soon be a nightmare for MrBeast, because that apolitical stance that you've been known for and lauded for, if you continue to start saying that, it's just all this transphobia that's out there without providing receipts, you're going to make yourself a target. Definitely going to make yourself a target. Case in point already inside the $500 million MrBeast empire. Influencers' outrageous stunts have made him the biggest YouTuber in the world, but his rise to fame has been marked by accusations of a toxic workplace. I've lauded MrBeast for his outrageous work ethic. Everybody who's around him, that's normally what they'll say, but then he also demands perfection. Wow, a boss that demands that you do your job that's assigned to you. Fucking foreign concept for these kids that are out there. Jimmy Donaldson, 25, could become the social media giant's first billionaire. Yeah, he was definitely on that, trajectory, but we see a problem on the horizon. A big, confused, misshapen problem on the horizon. More attacks are going to come out like this. You see it whenever anybody starts to pop off like this. Is he going to be able to stand up to him? Who knows? Because we know how flighty the trans audience is. They just stand the current thing, and when it no longer becomes the it issue, oh, they're on, they're off. Listen, there's a Captain Marvel movie that they need to care about in November, that all of those dastardly right-wingers are going to be attacking. Your friend right there, your friend Chris, you're going to have to coddle him. You're going to have to walk a tight line, or a tight rope, if you will, when it comes to putting him on camera. He uses all the pronouns, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. Or if he's not front and center, you're going to have the attack dogs turn on you that are supporting you right now. Because, oh, you're just hiding him because you're scared of the backlash. And then all of the people that you're calling transphobic aren't going to come to your aid. It's tough, man. I don't envy you in these situations, but again, it's another reason why you need to vet the people in your inner circle vociferously. For all the people that used to work for MrBeast, most of them either just have good things to say about them, or just are such abject nutters that nobody takes them seriously. Because I think it was a SunnyV2 video that was out there. What happened to everybody that used to work for MrBeast? The only one who really well, there's two of them. I think, what, Kai Cenat, he used to work for MrBeast. And Sneeko, whatever you think of him. And I like him until I listen to him, and then he pisses me off with the amount of emotionality he infuses into all of his so-called logical arguments. It's a bit strenuous to listen to sometimes. Like, everybody should be doing what I want them to do. Just chill out for a second, kid. You need to formulate your ideas a little bit better. But now the biggest YouTuber has a problem. And thank God there are alternative platforms. One of which we're going to be talking about next. And there's a reason that mass media has a full court press on them right now. Because, yeah, the biggest creator on the biggest platform has tacitly sided with the message. The other side, well, a little bit more free-flowing, and that's why the media doesn't like them. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.